Welcome to my latest multi-species challenge.
Hang on, what's the biggest fish supposed to be in this lake? Oh my goodness.
It's gonna jump out the net.
This video sees myself and some good friends targeting a range of large and exciting fish.
Catch you in the morning.
Our destination, a nature reserve in Belgium, home to 6 incredible lakes.
Carl, I haven't seen you for 5 months.
Carl, I haven't seen you for like a couple of days.
You're like me. You are Carl's brother now, pretty much.
My mum did say that. We look similar.
You actually do.
Yeah.
And your names are similar. It's
Carl
Cal and Carl, so it sounds good.
I actually was wearing his clothes the other day as well. That was really weird.
You're wearing...
Isn't it?
As long as you weren't wearing Omi's clothes, it's all good.
Yo guys, what's up? It's your boy, Just Alex.
Whoa. It's too early for that.
The drive was fairly short and passed quickly in good company.
Destination reached. Carpinshire.
Keep the camera steady, Cal.
I'm hoping you're enjoying, guys.
My new cameraman cannot keep the camera still. What is wrong with him? It's not hard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
2 of the 3 vehicles have arrived. We're waiting on Ryan. Now, we've known Ryan for many years, and he's normally late or lost. So I reckon he's lost.
Whilst waiting for Ryan, we walked around the lakes and looked out for fish.
Wow. Where have you been?
Take your time.
I know. They drove past me.
Today we're in Belgium and we are competing. You are competing
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys.
in a challenge.
It's a competition.
Oh, are you taking the mic?
I'm not.
Oh, for goodness
Th-
sake.
it
I
is
was
a-
hoping to sleep. I was just like having a nice chilled holiday and now this gets dumped on us. Nice one. Go on then.
This is no holiday. This is a multi-species challenge. Now, there's lots of lakes here and there's lots of different species. Catfish, sturgeon, carp,
Grass carp.
grass carp, frogs.
They don't count, Ryan.
Multi-species challenge. Whoever catches all the species is doing good. And if you catch the biggest of that species, then you get a bonus point. You might want to put this on text on the screen because I probably didn't make any sense.
In summary, each species caught would be awarded 1 point. If you happen to catch the biggest of that species, you get another one. The scoring is very similar to my old Carl vs Alex series. However, as I beat my brother so many times, he decided to retire from fishing and become the chef and referee of this competition. So this new series is instead called Carl vs the World. For this first episode, the teams would be Kenny, Ryan, and Cal the cameraman
Versus myself.
It's like a 3v1.
That's easy then.
So, excuse me?
That's easy then.
It's what?
3v1. So, do we go now?
Come on.
Yeah, we're going. Oh, look at Ace Keen.
Oh, he's rapid.
He's gonna catch a catfish.
Look at it.
If we catch a fish free record or a lake record.
Oh, don't get ahead of yourself, right?
Right, shall we go catch some fish?
Yes.
We all headed off in search of fish with our different plans of how we'd land the biggest and the most.
First impressions of these lakes is that they're nice. They're really beautiful. I don't know where to go and where to start.
What are you feeling?
There's too many lakes and too many options. Just underneath this tree, I have just seen a massive koi. Man, this lake is incredible. I need to fish on this lake later in the trip. Once I've ticked off a carp, I'm going for one of these massive fish on this lake.
The carp that I'd seen were on the very tricky origin pool, so I found some spots and baited them with pellets and boilies, ready for later in the trip. Over on the easier lake, Ryan was already getting into issues with his reel.
Run us through the tutorial.
How not to set up your reels.
I also decided to start on the higher stock lake. Meanwhile, Alex and Kenny were prioritising food.
Me and Kenny are roaming the streets of a Belgian town trying to find some bread.
Food just excites me.
Oh, no way. We can start a garden next to the lake. Look at that. We've got a basil plant. Kenny just stopped me from buying a record player, which is good.
Rods are out way before we've even got anything sorted.
But I don't have to fish and film. No, I don't have to. No, I do have to fish. I don't have. Ooh.
What rig is this one now?
This is the triple backflip 360 rollover helicopter chunder in your mum's bedroom rig. This rig is the fairly good, fairly nice rig. I used to use this rig with hello chicken nugget, but now I use it with hello tiger nut. Tiger nut hook bait, size 4 hook, ready tied rig because I'm in a hurry and I'm also very lazy. Let's get the rod out.
Oh, no! Oh, what's he done there?
Oh.
Done a boo-boo.
I began placing my rods whilst Alex and Kenny were getting to know the local area.
Hello. We're making friends.
This is my house for the next 5 days, and it's also the kitchen because my job is to make sure everyone is well fed, and that's why I've got a Tesco's mega pack of pasta. What are you trying to catch tonight, Kenny?
A massive catfish, like a big catfish, over 100 pound.
£100?
Yeah, that's my plan.
That must be like 7 foot long.
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
Kenny is serious about this. Like he's got this. This is a remote control boat, and it's gonna drive underneath an overhanging tree where it's impossible to cast. And he's gonna drop the rig. Oh no.
And that is why I don't have the remote on.
No, Kenny.
It's fine.
Kenny drove his catfish baits out with his remote control boat with a little too much help from Alex. I thought he was supposed to stay impartial as the referee, but I'll forgive him because he was about to start cooking us some lovely dinner.
No stealing my tackle, Ryan. Feels kind of weird fishing against you guys.
Well, it's not really.
Well,
it is for the purpose of the video.
okay, yeah. I'm not taking it seriously or anything.
Alex began preparing his ingredients, whilst Ryan explored his half of the lake in the boat, and Cal baited up his swim.
Did you see that? The catfish, I guess. I mean, it was something big. I'm quite happy with that actually. I've decorated it nicely with some fresh parsley.
As well as cooking a meal you'd expect to see in a restaurant, Alex also came over to deliver the food to our swim.
Any fish?
He must have brought some luck, as Ryan received a sudden bite.
Yay! Yeah! We knew it was that, Rob.
He's only got an hooked one.
Does someone get the net? It's not actually as small as I thought. Oh, it's a grass carp. I've never. Well, it's a personal best, but I've never caught one. It's gonna jump out the net.
Nice.
Hey!
Do you think you could have scooped that up a little bit more dramatically, Alex? Just,
No,
you know,
I
make
couldn't.
things look a bit more exciting.
Exactly. Oh wow, that's a grass carp. It's actually bigger than.
Yay!
Species number 1.
Oh, it's got me wet.
How big is it, Ryan?
17, 10.
Yeah, look good. Yeah, look good. Yeah, you look like you did the weighing correctly. I'm a good judge. You know, I'm not very strict. Nice job, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Beautiful,
I haven't seen a grass carp for ages.
They're weird, aren't they?
They are odd, aren't they?
They're like mixed between chub and mullet.
Yeah.
And carp. 1 point for the biggest and 1 point for the species.
Yeah. Nice job.
Yay!
Nice job, team Ryan, Cal and Kenny. Cal, Ryan and Kenny. I don't know how to put that in.
You have to take the first of each letter and make a code.
I'm dyslexic, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, sorry.
Cra. Team Cra versus Team Carl.
Why don't we add another letter to it?
Team.
Anyway, English isn't Alex's strong point, but Team Kenny, Ryan and Cal was now in the lead.
Mate, for fishing food, this is fantastic, yeah.
We ate our dinner and enjoyed a beautiful, calm evening, until one of my rods burst into life.
Nuts.
That was a bear. It's come out of the reeds. We are in. Oh, that was exciting. Ooh. It's just getting right into them reeds again. I got it out of there just now.
I really want to see you land it, but then I'm also like, this challenge
You don't want to
doesn't
help.
look good. Mate.
It's really strong. To bring the scores even, I've got to land it.
What if I bump it off?
No.
Go on.
Not allowed. All right, give me that net.
There's tactics going on here, there's naughty tactics going on.
There we go. That's how you net fish, Ryan. Wow, I'm off the mark with a 19-pounder. I've got ounces might be everything. So how many ounces was it? 12. 19 pounds, 12 ounces. Mirror carp. That's a point for catching a mirror and a point for catching the biggest mirror. Although it is the only mirror, so that's a given.
Those frogs are so freaking loud.
Whilst Alex had to put up with the frog ensemble, Cal and I were serenaded by Ryan's pure musical talent. Eventually we got tired, and at some point that night we all went to sleep.
Assistance required. It was an absolute scream as well, wasn't it? It was a one-toner. I was fast asleep.
Kenny had hooked a catfish, and should he land it, the scores would be looking very good for Team KRC.
Yeah, boy.
Oh no.
Yeah, so yeah, a little bit of pressure off on my side because we've had a catfish, but it's not going to stop me going for one of the bigger residents because it is quite small. It's probably about 20 pounds. I haven't even got it out the net yet, so we will have a look at that in just a sec.
I'd now hooked into a fish too, a powerful one at that, which towed me all around the reeds.
Could be bigger than the one that I
It's definitely big.
had before.
We've got a catfish, Alex.
You've got a catfish.
Yeah, boy. First catfish of the session.
Kenny's other rod had a clear indication, so he released the catfish right away.
Well, what's going on? I've only just woken up.
Please be a mirror.
No, don't be a mirror, be a common. Yeah, boy, that's sounding like some more points.
Kenny had hooked something, but it didn't seem to be pulling back like a catfish.
Come on.
Yeah. Or is it weed? It might be a fish.
Oh no, it's on, it's on.
Is there a fish?
It's a carp!
What?
There's a carp! Yes! Is it in?
No.
No, come on. No, come on.
Well, you're not going to win biggest carp for that.
But it's a species.
You got another species, yeah.
Please be 23 or 4
I'm saying 20.8.
Ooh. I reckon it's going to say 25.
26.14.
What?
What?
That was zeroed.
I can't remember, it's too early.
Yeah, it was zeroed.
I think it was 0.
Yeah.
No.
I
Alex,
watched,
take
I
it.
watched him do it.
Take it out and I'll do it. Yeah, it was.
It was 0.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a 26 pounder. Crikey. Well, it's another mirror, but at least it's a bigger one than the last. I've caught a common this morning as well, which is brilliant. I know they're not technically different species, but for the purposes of this competition, commons and mirrors are counting as a point each. And I think that means I can go trying to catch sturgeon today.
But is there even a fish in there?
That's not a carp.
That's a...
Is that a massive goldfish?
I think it looks like a goldfish kind of thing.
And I have no idea what it is. It's taken the worms that I had out on the surface for the catfish. Because I picked up the left-hand rod to reel it in, and there it was. What are you? It looks like a massive goldfish.
Whilst it looked like a brown goldfish, we believe this to be a Prussian carp, something that we don't actually have in the UK.
Off you go, weird creature.
After a busy morning, we decided to all move over to the Sturgeon Lake.
We're having a, I say, slight break from the competition as we're all doing a social together. The owner suggested that this is the lake to get bites on during the day, so.
That's a sturgeon rig.
Yeah, I've gone for a big lump of Spam with a pop-up underneath it, just so it holds the bait on and gives it some buoyancy and colour. And then, as with all the fishing we're doing on here, we're using pebbles instead of leads because this is a nature reserve and they have a rule where you can't have any lead in the water. It's very interesting. But yeah, that is my sturgeon rig ready to go.
Fishing as a team, we shared the boating and baiting and decided we'd also share out the bites, should we be lucky enough to get any.
Living my best life, enjoying a bit of sun in the boat. I think between 5 of us, we should see a few out, but don't you bugger.
Oh no, he's got oars.
We have never seen instant karma like that before.
Oh dear.
What did you trip over, the bank stick?
No, I just fell down a hole in the ground.
Ryan's got 3 cameras on him currently. No pressure.
It's a sturgeon. Diamond back sturgeon.
And
one. He's in. Come on.
Yeah, he just slapped himself in the face. That is impressive. You don't see one of these every day. Now Carl's on.
I didn't realise that this lake had so many catfish. I'm on another planet. Sturgeon.
Competition is hotting up.
Oh no, I've got nothing.
Oh, that's a big fish.
Wow, that's not a catfish or a sturgeon.
Oh. Ryan just shot his phone in.
No!
I love how the first reaction is to film and not. Yeah. Got it?
Well, hopefully it can be recovered. And what are you doing with that camera?
Same thing you're doing with that camera.
Filming. That's what cameras are for, aren't they?
No, just looking busy.
Well, there we are. My first ever sturgeon.
It is kicking off down on the Sturgeon Lake today. The sturgeon are out in numbers.
Proper look like sharks from the back, don't they?
That was a cool release.
What are you making us, Alex?
I'm making you some sandwiches because I just went to the shop again and got some more food.
Gordon Ramsay.
Can't beat a good sandwich.
You anglers need feeding because you're putting in a lot of work to catch fish. Ta-da!
Thank you.
Everyone had their turn at catching a sturgeon, apart from me, although I said it was because I was just waiting for a proper one to come along.
That was a quick run.
I think I dropped the crisps everywhere. Oh, literally crisps all on the floor.
Oh.
Sorry guys.
They're the best.
This doesn't count as a species now.
Yeah, we got to take 1 point off at least.
Half a point.
Oh, they're strong.
Yeah.
No, this seems like a bigger thing. It seemed quite big when it jumped out.
Wow.
Oh, that's going. Oh.
Oh,
That's a good fish.
it's got white on it. He's coming in, he's gonna get in the sling. Get in the sling! Oh. This is a sturgeon. Of which variety, I'm unsure. But it's definitely a sturgeon. And it's the biggest one so far! It's actually pretty heavy. It's a heavy
23 dead.
Oh, cool.
Does that mean you're winning, Carl?
Well,
No.
on the sturgeon front.
No, he's not winning.
brown-
still.
the
Oh,
brown
you had
goldfish
Catfish.
things.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
In the competition, I was trailing by just 1 point, so decided to cast out a float for Rudd. I did catch one eventually, but it wasn't very impressive compared to the sturgeon that Ryan kept catching.
Mate, that's so cool.
That's got to be a 30-pounder.
30 pounds.
Yeah.
Yes! Oh, Kenny is the best angler in the world.
I think I might be.
I mean, with that, I think it's just the proof we all needed.
Blimey, it's a PB.
As well as a larger Rudd than me, Kenny had also begun fishing for the little sunfish, or pumpkin seed as they're known in England. I now wanted to move down to King Pool to target the monster catfish.
Carl has decided to come onto the Catfish Lake and fish the catfish with me.
No, I'm fishing for crucian carp, like you. Last night, Kenny caught a goldfish.
I caught something, yeah.
Which, to be fair, is another species, so I shouldn't really be taking the mick.
Poppers, liquids, and 3 juicy hook baits. Pellet, mackerel, boilie with a pop-up. In some fish oils currently.
Smooth. This one I'm going to do at the far end, by that tree. I'll bait it up. 2 scoop balls of manky catfish munger. There you go.
Thank you.
One more rod to do.
You see, Kenny might have a toy boat at his disposal, but I had a plastic-hulled catamaran sailing speedboat yacht thing, which I quite enjoyed rowing around the lake.
This is how you bait accurately at long range. The rods are out on the Catfish Lake, and although I was excited for the first night, this is just different level. This is King Pool, similar size to the other lakes, maybe just a little bit bigger, and there's catfish in here, I believe, to around 150 pounds. Something of that size would be kind of scary, to be honest.
Do you have a feeling that tonight
At the
is going to be a good night?
'cause tonight's gonna be a good night. That was it.
Brilliant. Birds. Do you guys have a million frogs chatting in front of you right now?
I woke in the morning with no fish to report. I'd failed to catch a catfish. After all, I knew it was going to be a challenge, so I made myself some porridge and thought about a plan for the day. It wasn't just me that had struggled. Ryan and Cal over on the carp lake had blanked too, and they were discussing a move over to the clear lake covered in lily pads. They'd seen some massive carp cruising around, and I think they wanted a change of scenery.
This morning, I'm going to be trying to see if there's perch or pike in these lakes. Just clipped on a small lure. Catfish were difficult, if I'm honest. Kenny caught a monster, as we kind of expected. And I blanked, as many of the viewers of this channel will have expected. But I'm going to redeem myself this morning.
I cast around for a while, trying all over the fishery, and eventually, whilst in Cal's swim, I finally got a hit.
Oh my gosh, that was a good bite. Oh wow, that hit the lure so hard, I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a little pike. Hello, Mr. Pike. Whoa, look at it go. Feisty little pike. Yeah, I'm definitely poaching your swim up right now. I touched the leader.
No, you got to touch the pike.
I'll touch the pike. I think that might be a species.
Knowing that Ryan or Cal could pull out a carp at any moment, and it could easily be bigger than my 26-pound best, I decided to move over to Origin Pool, where I'd baited the spots for the big carp earlier in the trip. Meanwhile, the boys had made their move to Belly Pool and were getting to work casting rods out amongst the lily pads.
That was good. What is your tactic to catch a big carp tonight?
You pray to the carp gods
Yeah?
for a fish. That's my tactic.
Yeah.
Right, you're going for the spiritual approach.
The spiritual approach is
see.
needed.
I'll offer some tribute or sacrifice of some sort.
Yeah?
Might do a dance.
Yeah, carp dance or something.
Carp shower.
Carp shower, yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah. Bow wow wow wow.
It seems like everyone, apart from Kenny, is going for a big carp. Ryan and Cal are on Belly Pool, which has got carp up to 44 pounds. Kenny, however, he's just mad about catfish. It's like this is a multi-species competition, but he just wants to catch a bigger catfish. So Team Kenny, Cal and Ryan are probably going to win the catfish point because Kenny had a 66 pounder last night, and who knows, he might pull out a bigger one tonight.
A couple of hours passed before everyone was reeling their rods back in to come round and visit my swim, as I'd landed something very special.
Holy shoot, I've never seen a carp that big.
Don't know if I'm strong enough. Wow. Crikey. I knew this lake had some big carp in it. I wasn't exactly expecting this. That's a nice way to finish off my carp fishing at Carpintula. Just gotta hope that catfish turns up. Because if it does, this will just be a trip of a lifetime.
It looks bigger than you.
Oh, that's insane.
Well, you had a good feeling about that spot over there, didn't you?
I baited that spot on the first day, second day, third day, and then put the rig in, and it went quite quickly. And I'm hoping that it's the biggest fish. Oh, it's definitely the biggest fish of the trip so far.
Oh my goodness. 44 on the dot.
Hang on, what's the biggest fish supposed to be in this lake?
44.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is that what it says on the website?
Yeah, honestly.
Anyway, we're going to do photos.
Oh my God.
We've got to do photos when all of us are in the picture.
Yeah.
I think it'll be worth it.
Oh, dear me. Look how wide that is. That's just such a big fish. That's ridiculous.
Woohoo! Just a little reminder that although there isn't a prize for the winner of this multi-species competition, there is a forfeit for the losing team.
If it involves eating something rank, count me out. One of my gas canisters just leaked, and whilst I'm boiling the water, the dustbin might have caught fire.
Sorry, can you just confirm your swim is on fire?
It was. I put it out with some of my water.
Despite dealing with a broken phone, exploding gas canister, and catching no carp, Ryan and Cal stayed positive and flicked their rods back out for the night ahead. Early the next morning, I was casting pop-ups at patches of bubbles, the tactic paying off big time with a new species.
I moved onto this lake with the hope that I could catch a grass carp, and I got one. I don't often catch grass carp back in England, so it's a cool fish to see. Also had a few other bites on this lake as well. Oh, it's so cute. It's gone really, really well. This is supposed to be the hardest lake on the fishery, but surprisingly, it's done me quite a lot of bites. Cool, man. Thank you so much for coming around.
No problemo.
The grass carp had taken away the point for largest from Ryan's previous capture, making the scores look quite positive for me.
They're not biting. I don't know. Do you think it's to do with the temperature, or I don't know. I'm trying to make up some excuses to why I'm blanking so hard. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Cal had decided to move lakes to Origin Pool, where I'd landed the grass carp and 40-pound mirror.
As this is a species challenge, I thought there's one species in here which none of us have really tried to catch, and that is this little sunfish or panfish variety. Back home we call them pumpkin seed, but I don't see the other guys having caught any of these, so I'm going to put on a little maggot on the smallest hook that I could find, and instead of a rod I've actually got a twig. I thought my rods are a little bit, you know, stiff. This has got a nice soft action, which is actually perfect for catching sunfish. So yeah, I've got a maggot on the hook, and normally these fish can be quite aggressive feeders, so if I twitch the maggot around and jiggle it a bit, they might come and attack. They're definitely showing an interest. Come on, take it. Oh, maybe this is going to be a little bit harder than I expected. I thought I'd catch one straight away. Come on. This is harder than catching the rudd. A lot harder. I always used to say that I'm not really much of a competitive person. Alex was the more sort of competitive guy. But right now I'm crouching next to a lake with a twig, desperately trying to catch a sunfish. So potentially I am a little bit competitive. But if I can get one of these out, then I could be 2 points. I don't know if I deserve a point for the biggest sunfish though. Seems a bit excessive. There they are. Come on. Oh! That's a pumpkin seed or sunfish. Wow, the colours on it are actually mad.
So I saw Carl earlier trying to catch an extra point with one of these sunfish. They're tiny little things, really pretty, using this like little rod and hook. So I've stolen it.
Come on. Come on. Oh, there's one. Go on. Come on.
Cal was determined to land a new species, whilst Kenny was fishing with Ryan, trying for a larger sturgeon.
That's drop back, isn't it?
Something on that. He's swimming towards me. I'm stressing out. It's definitely a bigger one than the ones I've already had. If it isn't, I'll cry. Fourth of the trip. I'm still trying to beat Carl's 23-pounder. Okay, there we go. My biggest sturgeon of the trip so far. Oh, he's ready. No hesitation. He's gone.
Oh, there's loads. Oh my god, there's loads. A bit further. It's gone straight for it. Yes! Oh my god, I got one! Yes!
I've only gone and done it. Look at that. I've got one.
Oh, he's gone. Yes! And the rod worked as well.
Having landed a pumpkin seed of almost identical size to mine, Cal returned to his carp gear and I lent a hand getting his rod set perfectly for the last night of our trip. That afternoon, the owner of Carp Insula kindly brought us down some typical Belgian food, so big thanks to him for that.
Oh, it feels like Christmas. It looks like fish and chips. Oh! I've never seen anything like that before. Well, I've seen these. These are fries. Belgian fries. Taste test.
Oh, what is that?
It's like a kebab with
Hello chicken nugget.
nugget, isn't it?
It is. That the first one's a chicken nugget. Yeah.
Are we going to share any with these guys? Or
Please.
I'm good, I've got my beer.
no? I thought you were being serious for a second.
Wow. Oh yeah. This
Thank
looks
you
good.
very
much.
Happy Christmas, Kenny. Time to open your present.
The best present.
What is it?
A dog.
We had one night left of our trip, and we reflected on how much fun we'd had. The fishing was tricky at times, especially for Ryan and Cal, but being on the bank with friends is always a pleasure. The scores though were still close, and just one bite before morning could see the forfeit being completed by me or my friends. I kept focus and that evening packed up my gear to give it one last try on the Catfish Lake. Alex too was determined, working flat out on his tricky role as cameraman and referee.
He's going to have the big mandarin, and I'm going to have the big catfish, the normal one.
The 150 pound.
The 150. Oh!
No, look over the top.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Swell.
The boys on the carp lake woke up, gutted to have not landed a fish. However, just a few hours before light, this crazy battle had unfolded.
Oh my god, I forgot what catfish are like. Oh lord, that is actually this thing.
It sounded big over there. walk backwards. Walk back. No, he's not done.
That is so strong, bro. If I can land this, it will be the last species that I need. But it's getting towards those snags. Blimey. Just don't fall off now. And I can tick off catfish. Oh Lord, it's huge as well.
Walk back. We got him.
Yes, that's it. Well, I got a catfish.
$56.5.
Woohoo! Oh, not quite as big as your one though. Catfish! Woohoo! I forgot what an incredibly strong species of fish this is. That was pulling my arms off. Oh,
50, what was it, 56.5?
something like that, yeah.
Mega fish, man.
Biggest fish I've caught in ages.
Look at that. It's got really cool patterns on it as well.
I love how there's a snake away, man.
I was fairly certain I'd won, but at this stage in the competition, we'd begun to lose count of what species we'd caught and whose were biggest. Alex, though, was taking notes and was ready to call the final scores.
The final scores of the European multi-species competition is as follows. Carl comes in at a whopping 13 points. And the dream team come in only 9.
Thank you very much. And as I said at the beginning, there is going to be a forfeit. Of course, Ryan decided to leave early. I wonder why. I wonder why. So, get ready, boys. Oh!